Your infrastructure team just pinged you. The AI API bill hit $40,000 this month. Half of it went to token fees for work that never leaves your data center. You're locked into a vendor's pricing, your latency spikes when their servers hiccup, and your legal team is asking uncomfortable questions about where customer data actually lives. This is the moment Laguna S 2.1 exists to solve. It's an open-weight local language model that runs on hardware you already own, delivering competitive reasoning without cloud dependencies. We're ranking the 5 reasons why teams are actually switching right now. Starting at number 5, quantization shrinks the model without gutting the brain. A 70 billion parameter model normally weighs 140 gigabytes. Quantization compresses it down to 17 gigabytes by storing numbers as 4-bit integers instead of 32-bit floats. You lose almost no reasoning accuracy because the rounding is mathematically smart, not random. That single compression move lets you run enterprise-grade AI on a single GPU instead of renting 4 high-end cloud cards. Number 4. Local inference keeps your data in the building. When you send a prompt to an API, it travels across the internet, sits on someone else's servers, and leaves logs behind. Running Laguna S 2.1 locally means every customer support request, every contract review, every sensitive analysis never leaves your infrastructure. For healthcare, finance, and government contractors, this isn't a nice-to-have, it's compliance. You eliminate the legal risk of cloud APIs touching regulated data. Number 3. Open weights mean you own the model weights themselves. Proprietary APIs lock you in. If the vendor changes pricing, deprecates the model, or goes out of business, you're stuck. Laguna S 2.1 releases its weights publicly. You download them, you own them, you can fine-tune them for your specific domain without asking permission or negotiating with a vendor. A healthcare startup could adapt it for medical coding in-house. A fintech firm could retrain it on transaction patterns. You get true independence. Number 2. Context window efficiency lets you process long documents without a RAM explosion. Laguna S 2.1 uses optimized attention mechanisms that cache only relevant token embeddings. That means you can load an 8,000 token context window on 24 gigabytes of VRAM instead of needing 80. You're processing 50-page contracts and technical documentation without memory spikes shutting down your inference server. The real win is throughput, more requests processed simultaneously on the same hardware. Number 1. The cost math is actually startling. Cloud LLM APIs charge per token. Laguna S 2.1 running locally costs you electricity and hardware amortization, effectively 0 per token after the first few months. A team running 100 customer support requests per hour on a local GPU pays roughly 1 cent per hour in electricity. The same workload to a cloud API costs $10 to $30. Over a year, that's the difference between pocket change and a 6-figure bill. And the latency is sub 100 milliseconds because there's no network round trip. Your ID gets real-time code completion, your moderation system gets instant decisions, your chatbots run offline without timeout risk. Now the honest part, local inference isn't magic. If you need the absolute state-of-the-art reasoning on novel problems, Laguna S 2.1 will occasionally fall short of Claude or GPT-4 Turbo. The open-weight model trades some frontier capability for cost and control. It's excellent for summarization, classification, content moderation, and domain-specific tasks where you fine-tuned it on your own data. It's less ideal for frontier reasoning work you'd throw at a research problem. Also, running local inference requires a GPU you own. A $7,000 RTX 4900 is a capital expense, not a monthly subscription. For a 3-person startup, that's different from for a 1,000-person enterprise. The real decision isn't whether Laguna S 2.1 is better than every cloud model. It's whether paying for independence, data privacy, and predictable costs makes sense for your actual workload. For most teams using AI for high-volume, non-frontier tasks on sensitive data, that answer is yes. Laguna S 2.1 is the first open-weight model that makes that choice practical. It's the moment when running AI locally stops being a dream and starts being the default. If you're running high-volume AI workloads on regulated data and your API bill makes you wince, Laguna S 2.1 deserves 20 minutes of your time. Subscribe for more breakdowns on open models, local inference, and the economics of AI infrastructure.